Hello and a good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening to you. We're going to people of the job. Hope all today, hope feeling grand and Osborne your world. Hello there, everybody. Today's Hello and a good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening to you, the good and wonderful people of the. If you didn't notice by the amazing outtake, I never keep outtakes, but I started to deflate in that one. Anyway, this video isn't about me deflating. This is about budget setups with YouTube and what you can get for basically really cheap in this day and age. So the other day, I went to my local guitar store, Gallagher's in Grimsby. Link to them is in the description box below. Awesome guitar shop. Awesome guy who owns it, Lee. Awesome guy. So the reason I went there, PeopleTube, was the night before he had posted some pictures of the new Jet guitars he'd got in, and he'd got 2 Telecasters. And I really wanted to try a Jet Tele. After the gorgeous success that I've had with the JS300, I love that guitar so much. I wanted to try their Telecasters. I wanted to see what they were like. So he posted he had 2 in stock. So next day, me and Queenie trundled off to Grimsby. And I bought this one. So, this is a Jet Telecaster. I don't know the model number. It's the JS something or another. Who knows? It's a Telecaster, let's put it that way. And it's amazing. So, this guitar, we have a roasted maple neck, which is absolutely stunning. It's a 4-piece body. I don't know what it is. It looks like basswood, but I could be wrong. Tobacco sunburst. It's a top-loading bridge, but it is an ashtray bridge. So it's not like just a flat one. It is actually a proper ashtray. Flat pole bridge pickup. It is what it is, man. It's a Telecaster. Yeah, it's a workhorse. Neck is fantastic. The action fantastic. Sound is amazing, as you heard in the intro jam. And I bought this one, and I was thinking, that's amazing. And I was literally just going to buy this and do a video on it. But I thought, while I was there, what else can I get to make this kind of like, if I was a beginner, I went into a guitar shop and I was after a guitar and an amp, what amp could I get for, like, cheap as well? So this guitar cost £150, well, 149, so basically 150 quid, which is ridiculous for the amount of guitar you get. It's literally outrageous. I mean, look at the back of the neck. I mean, look how disgustingly gorgeous that is. I don't know how well you're able to see that. Well, even look at the fretboard, though. It's so gorgeous, it's just unreal. And the fit and finish of these Jet guitars is unreal, absolutely unreal. For the price, I don't know another cheap guitar that is this good. Like, fit and finish is unreal. It really is insane. For the price of these, it's just ridiculous. So this was 150 quid, and I was thinking, well, what else can I get? What amp can I get from the guitar shop that that will make this a budget setup? If I was going into the guitar shop first time, I really love this guitar, I bought this. What amp could I get as well that would do kind of certain things? So I'm looking around and I found this. This is a custom Arrow 16 DFX. It's basically a 15 watt 2-channel solid state amp. It's got an 8-inch speaker in it. It's 2 channels. It's got inbuilt effects. You can only have 1 effect at a time, but that's fine. I had a whole reverb on in the intro jam. You've got an external out for a speaker cab, and you've also got an external out for headphones as well. And you also have an input where you can put a CD player in, but I know they're a thing of the past now. But if you had a mini jack to 1/4-inch jack, you could plug your phone into this thing. I'm sure it would work the same way. And I was thinking, wicked, what's this? So this amp was 40 quid. So I bought this for 40 quid, bought the guitar for 150. So for under 200 quid, I got this amazing guitar and this awesome amp. And I love these custom amps. They're really kind of like underrated in my opinion. I did a video years and years ago with the custom 10 DFX or something. I can't remember what it's called. But it was like a 10 watt version of this. This is a little bit bigger. This is like the next step up. And that amp was amazing. And this one is exactly the same. It's just wicked. It's so cool. And I'm actually sat on another amazing budget amp as well, people. I'm actually sat on the Sub-Zero V35RG, and I've done a video on this one. And again, these amps are ridiculous as well. So walked away with these two. The Jet came with a guitar lead as well, so I didn't have to buy a lead. So that's what I'm using today, PeelTube. Does the job. Doesn't crackle. Sounds good to me. Yeah, I don't think it would last particularly long. It's thin and weedy, but you know what I mean? It does the job. And it's pretty much... I remember when I first started playing guitar, this is the lead I had, and it lasted a while, you know, before it crapped out on me. But I was thinking, this is insane. Like, I've got an amazing guitar that plays great from the get-go. You know, this thing sounds and feels amazing. And I've got a great amp that does... It's two-channel. It's got inbuilt effects for me to have fun with. And sounds great. I was just like, for all under 200 quid. Blew my little mind, PeelTube. As, you know, and it just sounds amazing. It really does sound amazing. So, what I thought I'll do today, PeelTube, is just basically show you what, you know, the sounds you can get with this setup. So, the intro jam sound, what I have is, I was on the, what is it called? The lead channel on the amp. And I had the gain turned down really low. And it gives you that really nice kind of pseudo dirty clean, but kind of, it's very dynamic and very rich sounding thingy. This amp's quite a dark amp as well, but it's really cool. It's really nice. So I had the gain on the amp set at 9 o'clock. I've got the volume at 1 o'clock, because again, the amp being 15 watts isn't very loud, but it's still loud enough, let's put it that way. You still annoy your parents with it. And then I had the EQ set with bass at 9 o'clock, mids were at 1 o'clock, and no treble. And I've basically got it set to the hall reverb with it set quite saturated with the reverb, and it sounds amazing. Yeah, really. And I thought I'd do it on the room mic instead of like micing the amp up, because I want you to hear what it sounds like in the room instead of just mic'd up, because then you're gonna get, you know, the ambience. So, you know, hopefully it'll give you more impression of what it sounds like if you were playing this in your room, so to say. But it sounds amazing. So this is the net pickup of the Jet through the lead channel of the Jet of the custom, and they called the amp a Jet as well. I'm in a floaty mood. I don't know why. I don't really know what is not to dislike about that. It sounds amazing. Hopefully that comes across okay. It should do. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But that sounds amazing. And like I say, I came down earlier on. It's still the morning, believe it or not. And that's the front door. I'll be back. Sorry about that, PeelTube. Got interrupted by the UPS lady bringing me a new pedal, which you'll see at some point. Excuse me. Anyway, where were we? So yeah, that sounds amazing. I love the sound of that. And like I say, I wanted to do it on room mic so you can hear what it sounds like, you know, without the close mic stuff, just to give you a better impression. So, and also, PeelTube, here you go. Here's a bit of a quick guitar lesson for you. I called, like I said earlier on, like the guitar's kind of floating, and that to me is kind of like this thing. So if you're playing an E major and you played a relative minor scale, which is C sharp minor, if you drone that low E and you play that scale, it'll float. And I've got that from Jimi Hendrix, but it sounds really floaty to me. It's kind of like, you know, one rainy wish. It's really hard to say, and stuff like that. It just sounds amazing. Anyway, moving on. So this is now both pickups on, and this sound is amazing. teacher for something. E major's the key today, people do. Bridge. This has got some sting. What's not to like? I mean, seriously, it sounds amazing. It feels great as well. So, one thing I would say is this amp's got a bit of a weak spot in the fact its clean channel's a bit dull. It's not the worst, but it's not the best. Too loud. Where are we? Come on. Let's change key. Let's go to B minor. One of the saddest of all keys, next to D minor. I don't know what it is about D minor. You play it and people immediately start to cry. Anyone get that quote? It's not actually like a great. It's not verbatim, but pretty close. It's a bit. I don't know, I prefer the lead channel and just turn the gain down, but that's just me. But it's still nice. The amp certainly doesn't lack in dynamics. You can really play, and you can really feel it. When you dig in, it responds. When you ease back, it responds. It's great. It made it for a country leg. Very rare I ever able to do that. I can't speak today. I'm losing the ability to even English. Anyway, I can speak Dave, and that's about as far as it goes. So that's the clean channel. It does, it does what it says on the tin. It sounds amazing. So I'm going to go back to the lead channel. I'm going to show you the effects this thing's got. So again, like I say, all this for under 200 quid. Blows my mind. I love that sound though. So that's the whole reverb, and you can get it absolutely washed out. Sounds great. Sounds like a Peter Green bootleg from like 1968 or something like that, where you kind of like hear. Love that sound. That sounds amazing. So that's the whole reverb. Next one along the line is a spring reverb, and this is about as far as I know into the amp because I don't know the rest. So it's going to be a fun little experiment here. So next one's a spring. It kind of gives you that simulated drip noise. To move. That's good. That's a good thing though. Okay, so anyway, but yeah, that actually simulates the drip of a spring reverb better than some spring reverb pedals I've tried. It's got that kind of like blip, blip, blip kind of noise. It's a bit loud. For some reason I'm now peeking at the camera when I wasn't before. Okay, for some reason I'm really peeking at the camera now and I don't really know why. That's ridiculous. What's going on? Anyway. Can't have that, it's way too quiet. Put it back. So anyway, that's the spring reverb. Let's see what's next on the list. What is the next? I don't actually know. It does tell you on the back. It's slapback. Wow, that's way too much on the effect. I mean, fair enough, there was way too much level on that, but I was enjoying that. That's cool. But that's more fun. So as a start back delay, what's next? So, now I've just got normal delay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to crank up the distortion now, people too. Let's see where we get. Seriously? Fun galore, people with you. Okay, what's next? I've got like a chorus. I am Alex Lifeson. Happy. Okay, what's next? I have no idea what that's supposed to be called. It's like a doubler. It's like Dave Murray. as hell. Anyway, what's next? It's a flanger. Moving. Cool. Tremolo. Well, I will say one thing as well, YouTube. There's no way to edit these effects. They are just what they are. So the tremolo speed, you can't alter that. The delay time, you can't alter that. It basically is what it is. I've just breathed in way too much air. Now I can't breathe properly. Kind of bluesy. It's got like a bluesy kind of thing. Cool, okay, moving on. We still got more. Oh, we got... No, sorry, we're back to normal now. So back to the hall reverb. So how many is it in all? So there's 8 different effects in this thing, all of which are ridiculously fun. I do like the hall reverb though. Especially when it's kind of cranked, it sounds really nice. There's not much to hate about this. Are there any more words? I don't think so. Let me just quiet that up a bit. I don't actually know what to say. Other than I could literally just play on that all day and never get bored. The fact that you can just gun the amp and then ride the volume control to get all that level. Like you can go from literally kind of like flat out distortion and then roll the volume back and clean. And then everything in between. Unreal. The only negative I have, Pikachu, if I do have a negative, is the neck pickup. But this goes for a lot of Telecasters, in my opinion. No one seems to have, should I say, apart from the Telecaster that's there, Mr. Oswald, no one has a bright Telecaster neck pickup. For some reason, I don't know why. This one's not bad, but it's still way too dark. Like, the bridge pickup, really zingy. Neck pickup, really dull. And it sounds great when you run it in overdrive, but when clean, it doesn't have it. And to me, all the Telecasters that I loved in the past, including, you know, my favourite Telecaster there, they all have a Stratocaster, well, not Stratocaster, a more Telecaster kind of like brighter sound. Let me show you what I mean, actually. So, I meant to say Telecaster, not Stratocaster. I'm clever, you see, because I know what I'm on about most of the time. Ha! You're right. So let me just set the clean channel back to where I had it. Well, I'm going to go to the lead channel, actually. I like it more. In all fairness, I would never come off the amp cranked to the teeth, and I would just use the volume control all the time. So let me turn the reverb down as well so you can hear it a bit better. So, like I say, it just seems a bit out of whack with the bridge pickup, because the bridge pickup's got a lot of kind of sting. Turn up a bit. So, and then you go to the neck pickup and it's just kind of dull. It's almost like the tone's turned down, but it's not. And that's my one gripe with this guitar and Telecasters in general, to be honest with you. A lot of the Telecasters I've had in my life have had the same issue, just really dull on the neck pickup, and it doesn't make it unusable, but it makes it more unusable, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Whereas the Oswald, it's got a lot more clarity to it, you know, it's in relation to the Jet. And again, it's not just the Jet. I find this with Fenders, I find this with all sorts of guitars of Telecaster style. They all have really dull neck pickups. You know, it's like I say, it's like they've like just rolled the tone down. I don't really know why that is. I did check on this one. I was wondering if there was like a capacitor or something, but there isn't. It's just the neck pickup, and it's kind of made me the neck pickup's good, don't get me wrong, but the bridge pickup is kind of like the standout pickup on this guitar, and the in-between sound sounds great as well. The neck pickup sounds good, but it's just a bit dull, and as I say, it's very un-Telecastery in my opinion. Like the Telecaster's neck pickups should still retain that kind of brightness that Fenders have, and a lot of these new Telecasters, you know, of all brands that I've tried, don't seem to do it. Like I say, the Oswald is the only Telecaster I've played that isn't vintage and very old that still does that. And even then, the Telecaster pickups you got in the 70s, they were fairly dark. You know, some of the old 50s style Telecasters, which I've been lucky enough to play, sound like the Oswald. You know, they've got a brighter, more kind of present neck pickup, whereas for some reason everyone seems to follow the 1970s Telecaster pickups and neck pickups anyway, and they're just really dull, and they sound nice, but they're a bit characterless. So that's my big negative, but it's a negative across the board on new style Telecasters that I've tried. Like I say, the only Telecaster that I've ever kind of fan that doesn't do that is the Oswald, because it's just got the right, it's got the right sound. You know, that is my dream Telecaster right there. Whereas this one, that net pickup is kind of like meh. I had a Revelation Telecaster as well quite a few years ago now, and that had the same thing. And I eventually ended up esquiring that pickup. I took the neck pickup out of the Revelation until I sold it. I just didn't use it. I just didn't see the point. You know, it was just so dull. I didn't use it. And I'm tempted to do that with this one as well. Just take the neck pickup out and just have it as a single pickup Esquire. I had a Fender custom Telly, the double bound sunburst body one, Telly custom. I don't know whichever brand it is. And that had the same problem. I've had a couple of other Telecasters in my life. They have the same problem. Really dull net pickups, really bright bridge pickup. And like I say, it's just out of whack. Like I say, I mean, that's the bridge. Where are you? There you are. Full of life, and does the Telecaster quacky zing thing, which is amazing. The middle pickup with both pickups on sounds great. You know, it does the Telecaster thing, but the moment you get to the net pickup, it's like the old 50s style Telecasters with the dark circuit or the dead circuit, jazz circuit, whatever you want to call it. And it's just like the odd one out, basically. It doesn't really kind of like translate as well. So from that to that, you know, and that is my biggest gripe with modern Telecasters and Telecasters in general. Really, is whenever I play them, that seems to be a thing, and I don't really know why or where that comes from. Because I say that says to me more like 70s. That's like a CBS kind of dull Telecaster kind of pickup tone, and I don't really know why companies are going for that sound when they have such a bright bridge pickup. It doesn't make much sense to me. But anyway, negatives aside, and also you know, the leads, they're okay, but you know what I mean. I'm sure these guitars and, you know, beginner guitars could ship with a bit better lead, and even if it was a lead that you could actually take the end off if it broke and you could resolder it, that would be a good thing as well. But again, you know, I understand the cost cutting thing. But anyway, either side of that though, this setup is amazing. And like I say, it's all under 200 quid. It was 190 in all. So 40 quid for the amp, 150 for the guitar. Lead came with the guitar. It also came with an Allen key to adjust the action. Came with an Allen key to adjust the tush rod. What else to say? It doesn't come with a gig bag. The guitar doesn't, unfortunately. But you know what I mean. They're 10 a penny. You can find them fairly cheapish. Anything else to say? No. It's just fun. Just really cool setup. And I say, for under 200 quid, can't really go wrong. It's just wicked. And again, I could just get lost in this amp and this guitar all day. But the way this thing plays and the way it feels is great. The way the amp responds is great. You know, the volume part is great. The select switch is great. Everything's great. You know, there's no choke out points on the guitar. It doesn't feel like it's dead. It just works. All this works. And it's just amazing what you can get these days for like little money. It's so cool. And it just sounds so good. Sounds so good. So yeah, anyway. Negatives aside, positives. This guitar is rules. This is, like I say, this is Jet Telecaster. I forget the model number. But I can't recommend people going out and trying the Jets enough, wherever they stocked. They're not stocked many places. And I believe you can't get these overseas in some places as well. Hopefully that will change, because these things are amazing. But if you see one of these things, try it. I don't doubt there's going to be bad ones. But, you know, this is awesome. The JS300 Strat that I've got is awesome. Queenie's JS300 is amazing. I haven't really tried one that I've gone, that's naff. You know, I've gone. I tried a Telecaster one the other day that wasn't for me, but it wasn't for me not because of it just didn't speak to me. You know, this one just had a bit more of the voice I was after. That one didn't sing the way I wanted to. And again, personal preference. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this vid, people with Tube. If you like the vids I do here, please consider becoming a patron at Patreon. It keeps this channel going, keeps the lights on, keeps me able to do what I'm doing right now. So a link to that is in the description box below, as well as links to Bandcamp and Teespring account. I'm definitely, you're going to be seeing more of this guitar. I love this guitar. I'll probably, you probably won't see much more of this amp, but they are amazing. These things, again, if you're after something that's just kind of like fun to have around, these custom amps are amazing. If you've got a bit more of a budget, I would recommend Boss Katana, like I always do. But, like I say, for 40 quid, oh my god. It's ridiculous. Really cool. I do love these custom amps. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the vid, people. I'll see you again very soon for another vid. And, until then, have a good morning, afternoon, good evening, and have a G chord in full distortion. How do I do that?